Yo, what's up, Swag Gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon Laura, aka Swag, aka KL Swag, back here again with another video. Ooh! Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I low key kind of slid on it a little bit. Did I slid on it a little bit? Did I slide on it a little bit? Did I kill it a little bit? Cause I'm gonna keep spitting, I'm gonna keep hitting. You already know Mac Jones is gonna be the best in the game. He's gonna be better than Tom Brady, best in the game. He's gonna keep throwing and starting in the games and keep being. All right, let me stop. Let me stop because that was just a terrible, terrible freestyle. And Mac Jones is not gonna be better than Tom Brady. Could it happen? Maybe, but he ain't gonna be better than Tom Brady. But will he start over Cam Newton? Yes, he's gonna start over Cam Newton. Like, duh, like Cam Newton is doing horrible in practice. So, anyways, man, shout out to all things Patriots, man. This is Mac Jones' fifth practice, bro. Reaction, man. Make sure you come and subscribe. Let's just get into the reaction. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They said he's killing it, bro.
Today is Wednesday the 16th, but we're taking a look at the practice from Tuesday the 15th, not the confusing one. Be sure to destroy the like button if you want me to make more Mac Jones practice videos. It helps the channel out tremendously when you like and comment down below, so be sure to do those two things. Mac Jones had a super solid practice, guys. Super accurate. Maybe the most accurate practice I've seen out of all the film that I watched. Just watch the way he runs onto the field. After his practice on the 14th, that was his best of so far his Patriots career. It looks like he is feeling very confident running onto the field here. I'll tell you this much, he definitely has a pep to his step walking onto his fifth practice as a Patriot where the media was allowed to cover it. Now, a few practices ago, it seemed like they only had him throwing to the tight ends like all day, and it was the same story in yesterday's practice. Every throw here is to a tight end. You'll notice that. Now, this first one is a throw to Hunter Henry, and I love this pass because a lot of people in my previous video were talking about, oh, he doesn't have any power. He only lobs the ball. But as you can see, he's able to really put some velocity on this one.
He did. He put a little muscle into the ball.
He tends to lob it when he doesn't have to throw a laser. So if like a dude is wide open in the side of the end zone and there's not a defender around, throw him a soft pass. You don't have to throw him a bullet. That's how you get your receiver to accidentally drop a pass in the end zone. So he's very situational with how hard he's throwing the ball, and he is capable of throwing some lasers, but he's also capable of putting a really, really nice touch pass in there as well. He has a very good palette of different throws. This
tight end's looking good.
Has multiple throws in it, so I'm just going to walk you through it. Now, this first throw, as you can see, is a great example of one of those more touch passes that I was mentioning. Look at how soft this throw is, and it makes it easy for Matt.
That was nice.
That one there. The next one is a bullet to Hunter Henry again. So this one's a lot faster, as you can see. Again, just that variety there. The third one comes in, and this is to Matt LaCosse again. Another bullet.
I like Matt LaCosse, man.
Throw. And then finally, a throw here to Devin Asiasi into the
like Devin Asiasi too.
Bullet as well. So this is a great
ballers, man.
Shows the different throws he can make. We had one more of a lob, softer touch pass, which would be a great throw for a wide open wide receiver. You want your receiver to be able to catch it. They drop those bullets sometimes. We see NFL caliber. We see great wide receivers drop bullet passes sometimes when it's just too hard.
That's true.
Obviously, 9 times out of 10 they do catch it, but if you throw a lob pass to a wide receiver, it's very, very rare for them to drop that catch as long as it's, right there and there's no defender, which that does happen. That is a situation that does occur in the NFL and at the college level, obviously. So Mac Jones is very, very familiar with making that type of throw, and he has a wide palette of these different throws. We see some quarterbacks that can only just throw it with 100% force, and they don't know any other way to throw it. And I think also these lob passes are great in deep ball situations. You don't have to fling it down the field. You can throw a nice high arching throw here, and that is what Mac Jones is really, really great at. And he also can throw a nice bullet as well, but especially the lob pass is just, and the touch pass is just a great skill set that he has.
Nice.
And we have one final throw here from Mac Jones here, and this was a touchdown to Hunter Henry. This was an example, again, of a bullet pass, and you can see he throws this one kind of low, which is another pass that would actually be good in certain situations. Sometimes passing it this low can be a little safer than throwing it higher because the defender isn't really looking, so he's not going to be able to kind of bend down to go get it. But if the wide receiver's watching, he will have adequate time to go ahead and lower his body to catch that low pass. That is a situational pass, and I'm sure it was intentional in this case. So a really, really good pass there as well.
Bro, we
Again,
gonna be
every
nasty
single
at
pass
tight
there
ends,
was
bro.
to tight ends. You probably noticed that as well. So very interesting. We haven't really seen him through. I've maybe seen like 1 or 2 passes to wide receivers, and then 1 pass to a running back, and then the rest were tight ends. So I'm expecting this season to be a tight end heavy season, and
It is. It's gonna be real heavy.
Smith and Hunter Henry.
Bro, it's gonna be so heavy, bro. Like our tight ends, bro. We're majority of the time we're gonna be going to our tight ends, bro. Majority of the time, bro. And it's not gonna be much safeties guarding our tight ends, bro. Hunter Henry, bro. David Asiasi, bro. Lacoste, bro. He's a pretty good tight end, bro. Jonnu Smith.
Those 2 guys on, it's clear you want to get your tight end game on point. I mean, that is the goal. I'm sure that's what they had in mind when they went ahead and got those guys. This last and final clip I'm just going to let you listen to. I absolutely love this. This was actually at a press conference with Cam Newton, and the words he says here are so wise about Mac Jones, and he talks about drafting him and how that affects the way he's going to play this upcoming season and how he will have a chip on his shoulder. So here it is. Give it a listen.
Absolutely not. You know, it didn't make me feel any type of way because he was the right pick, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. And, you know, he was the best player available, and that's what the NFL draft is for. As far as, you know, having any chip on the shoulder, like, I mean, you're stating the obvious. I don't need too much to get myself going, let alone, you know, that happening. And it's no disrespect to Mac. It's no disrespect to, you know, Bill and his decision. I support it 110%. Because you still have to do what's right for the organization, for the long haul. So, you know, like I said, I will reiterate, it's like we all have to make each other better, and it starts with ourselves and holding ourselves to a daily standard. And, you know, Josh said it best. You know, this off season is about getting back.
Very disturbing news out of Vernon Central High School.
What's going on? Attacks of students have gone to... We are in charge now. So...
Damn.
To a championship standard. From meeting time to when you check in, when you clock out, you know, understanding what you're supposed to do on top of the other 10 people that you're out there with, and just putting everybody at ease. So, you know, no matter who's out there, you know, we're going to push each other to get better, and that's what we're expected to do.
Now, I absolutely love everything that Cam Newton said here. This is exactly what you want to hear from your more veteran quarterback on the team. He supports the decision. He understands why it happened. He's not going to be butthurt about it, and if anything, he's going to use it.
I mean, he shouldn't be butthurt.
Yesterday,
he shouldn't be butthurt. Cam Newton kind of went down as a player, bro. I mean, we're going to see this, you know, this upcoming season, bro, but it's just Cam Newton is not Cam, you know, he's Cam Newton, but, you know, he's not how he used to be. He's getting old. It's not how he used to be anymore, you know. And he don't really use his legs as much either, man. So, yeah.
Made a comment in my video that a lot of people were like, what in the world? I said, I think Mac Jones could be trying to be the starter this year. He could be trying to compete for that job. And a lot of people were like, what in the world? A lot of people were saying that would not be good and that Cam Newton needs to start and that would actually be better for Mac Jones.
Such a beautiful throw.
So I made that comment that I think Mac Jones could be.
I want to catch that ball, bro.
Potentially try.
I want to catch it. I just want to. Matt, throw it to me.
If a guy isn't trying to compete for the starting job, you've got problems. So I'm glad to see he's competing for that position. But what would be best, because at the end of the day, I'm a Patriots fan, and if Cam Newton is the starter, and if Mac Jones never pans out, which I don't think that'll happen, but if that is the case, I'm still a Patriots fan. That is what it is. I'm cheering for the Patriots more than I'm cheering for Mac Jones. So if Mac Jones is going to come in and stink up the joint, I don't want that to happen. I want the Patriots to do good. So at the end of the day,
that's true.
What would be best for Mac Jones and what would be best for the Patriots is if Cam Newton comes out and plays amazing. Because
I hope so.
Cam Newton, that's going to give Mac Jones time to learn. If there's a situation where Cam Newton absolutely sucks and Mac Jones has to come in, you don't want that to happen. We want Mac Jones to come in because he's actually ready for that position and he's competed.
True. Okay.
Good quarterback.
All things Patriots, bro. You saying some right shit, bro. Yes, bro. Yes.
Position. We don't want Mac Jones to come in because we need him to potentially try to win some games this season. That would be the absolute worst thing that could happen for Mac Jones and the worst thing that could happen for this organization this season.
That's true.
We want great quarterback play from Cam Newton, and we want him to be able to be a starting caliber quarterback this year and give us a competitive quarterback play. And if he doesn't, we want Stidham to be able to come in and give us good quarterback play.
Hell
Whatever
yeah.
keeps Mac Jones in a position where he comes in when he's ready to come in and not when we need him to come in is what is best for this team and what is best
True.
for Mac Jones. So let that be clear. Don't get it mixed up. That is how I feel about this season and how I feel about Mac Jones. Let me know if you guys agree, but that is where my standpoint is. I'm a Patriots fan, not a Mac
I like
Jones
that.
fan, 100%. I'm just going to read off a few tweets here to close out the video. Andrew Callahan tweeted, Patriots minicamp day 2, because obviously this is the second day we're talking about of mandatory minicamp. Mac Jones was definitely the best quarterback for a second day, albeit he finished poorly. Newton was 10 of 17 and threw 1 interception. Jones was 17 of 25. Notice he got the most reps, so that's very interesting.
Damn.
Threw 2 interceptions. So let me clarify this. We see down below, Stidham was 5 of 8, which is pretty good. He just got the least amount of reps. Dante Hightower high-pointed an interception in team drills. Defense went nuts. Shaq Mason and Jonnu Smith sat out. Jonnu Smith is dealing with a hamstring thing. I think we've already talked about that. Maybe not. But Mike Reese, I think that's how you say his name. I've never had to say it until I started making these videos. He kind of clarified the 2 interceptions here for Mac Jones. So Mac Jones was intercepted by Dante Hightower in 11 drills as he attempted to arc a short touch pass over him. So this seems like it was a super athletic play by Dante Hightower. The more I've listened to this, things about it, and really it could have easily been a great pass. It's just Dante Hightower made a great play. So we kind of blame Mac Jones for one like that, but at the same time, it is just practice. You kind of do take more risks.
Yeah.
Not, whatever. The second one totally wasn't Mac Jones' fault because he was tipped at the line of scrimmage. So this is just, you can cross that one off the list. Kyle Van Noy went ahead and got that one. So good to see him coming back and getting an interception. Also, some cool news. We see that one of my favorite players, Kyle Duggar, had an interception off of Cam Newton.
Oh!
That one seems like it was more of a, not
Kyle Duggar still balling. I like it.
But it was cool to see Kyle Duggar getting involved, getting an interception because he has not had a career interception yet. So that's very exciting.
And you guys, Kyle Duggar came from a D2 college, bro. He came from a D2 college, bro. No matter what, bro. D2, D3, D1, bro. You can still go to the NFL. Like I tell you, bro. You just got a ball, bro. I know a lot of dudes right now that were ballers in high school, bro, and not doing shit in college, bro. Like, it's just how it is. You got a ball. And you got to make a name for yourself, bro. You got to get those stats up, bro. That's the only way you're going to go to the NFL, man. And then as soon as that combine comes, you gotta go crazy on the 40. If you don't go crazy on the 40, you ain't going nowhere. But at the same time, if you got a little big name for yourself, you got some height, you got a wingspan, this and that, you got good film, then they ain't gonna care too much about the 40. You're just gonna be a little down on the draft. But that's about it, bro.
Here about Kyle Duggar. It seems like the defense played absolutely great, and there's nothing that could be better for our quarterbacks.
We always play good defense.
And playing against an excellent defense in practice, because if you're playing against the best and you can get good at playing against them, you're going to have an easier time against these other defenses in the NFL.
Hell yeah.
They're likely a top 5 defense. My reasoning for thinking that is last season they were a top 8. They were the 8th ranked defense. We've had so many
offense was just trash.
Return this season from last season, and also we've brought in a ton of free agency talent on the defense.
Yeah.
As well, these two things combined lead me to believe that we will be the 8th or better defense in the NFL. I think top 5 is a good likelihood, and if they're not a top 5 defense, I think it's an underperformance based on the money we spent, based on the talent we have, and that would be a bad situation. We would need to kind of look to the coaches as to why the defense didn't play good. The amount of talent, barring injury, should be easily a top 5 defense. That being said, the quarterbacks are playing against a great defense. They should be getting great practice.
Okay.
2 interceptions by Mac Jones is not ideal, but we had some other players.
I mean, it's practice. He's still developing.
Examples that I've seen. Patrick Mahomes threw 5 interceptions in one practice in his rookie season. So this happens to great players. This happens to bad players. This happens to all players.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a big deal. Now, if he starts consistently doing this, that might be reason for concern. But just to see this happen in one day isn't too big of a deal. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Hey, man, that was nice, man. Shout out to all things Patriots, man. Anyways, man, make sure you comment, subscribe, and let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about Mac Jones and Cam Newton. I will see you guys in the next